Hey guys, what's up? It's Jeff. It's been months, I think, since I posted, and I just want to come in and just kind of give you a little update of what I've been doing, what I've been up to, how I've been happily distracted for weeks and weeks and weeks, amongst daily activities with work and normal play and all these things. But I wanted to just first thank Jennifer Ball and Simon for having each other as a interview in the Herman's Cave, because it really gave me the inspiration once I saw my buddy Jennifer being interviewed to just get back to YouTube, because it's been, like I said, it's been so many weeks. I can't even remember what my last video was. So it was just good to see. It was good to see you guys on there, and I couldn't wait till Monday for my breaks to just pull out the old camera again and just record. So. A little bit of update is just I've been kind of getting into the guitar the last about a month. Probably I got it about a month ago. It's a beautiful, wonderful. I'll probably do a couple videos of me learning how to do it, because it's one of the most difficult things I've ever done in my life. I'll tell you a little bit of a story about how I got into the guitar at the end of this video, because I think it's wonderful and fascinating and fantastic, and I'm actually extremely excited about where it's going to lead. So the guitar's new. On the off chance that I did find a free day or a free long afternoon, I took a ride up to my mother-in-law's place up in Ojai, California. Now, if you don't know Ojai, California, it's one of the most beautiful places on earth. It's this little hometown feeling, little main street, one street. It's an old mission town from California, and it's just so cozy. Anyway, she has a wonderful home in a mobile home a community up there, and she wanted to get her garden and yard done, because it was not the most it wasn't the nicest yard. So I really wanted to do something nice for her, and I love stacking rocks. If you've seen my videos in the past at the lot on the sides of our house up in the hills up there in Woodland Hills, I love stacking rocks and playing with rocks and going to gather rocks from riverbeds and sides of mountains from Malibu. And it's just I lose more track of time gathering rocks and stacking rocks than I know what to do with. If I had all that time back, I'd be bored out of my mind probably. So I'm going to hopefully get a chance to post a video of how that rock garden looks, and maybe even do a before, because you really can't appreciate just how many rocks I moved in there until you saw that there were no rocks there before I started. So I was very excited about that, and I was doing that for, oh my God. Well, I lost an entire month on that because it rains so damn much here in California. So I'm going to say it's been maybe 3 months since I've done a video. That's crazy to believe. But anyway, I'm thrilled to be back. So the rock garden, thanking Jennifer Ball and Simon for doing that wonderful interview on Saturday, the guitar. And I've just been really enjoying A Course in Miracles. I've been doing videos before I stopped YouTube on this before this last little break. This Course in Miracles has just gotten me so much more in touch with my practice, so much more in tune with the cards, working with the cards, myself, the sense of inner peace, the sense of inner joy, just really changing nothing about my routine, just that feeling of just incredible invulnerability. I got to tell you, I feel so empowered, and so I'm going to be sharing a lot more about how this book has been influencing my life and my sense of peace, and influencing my practice and my relationships with everything, especially the people around me. And the last bit of news is my ginormous crystal haul. Since I last got into the videos with you guys, I got into crystals. Now, of course, I have my selection and collection of, beautiful, and I love these sizes. If anyone knows what shape these are particularly called, I wouldn't mind just having a whole bunch of just these kinds of shape of crystals. They're really great size. Not that I really portable them around with me, but they are easy enough to stick in my tarot bag whenever I go out and do events. It's kind of nice to have them out on a table. You know how that goes, guys. But anyway, these are not what I got from my ginormous crystal haul. It is this mamma jamma right there. It is, it's citrine. It's like this. It's kind of smoky, and it just has more fire in there. Look at that. You can actually see in there. My other crystal shots don't really show, but that is just really smoky. The one down here is a little bit more smoky. two massive points. I think this is 24 pounds. It's just heavy. It's as big as my goddamn head. It's gorgeous. I guess I could do this. This is a big one too, guys, but it's really not. But anyway, this has been adorning my the corner of my desk when I'm down here, and I'm looking forward to adding more to my collection, because I think ideally just the house will be just full of these beauties. And I really got to tell you, I buy them for aesthetic reasons. I know there's power in them. I know people use them for a lot of ritualistic things, but I bought this for aesthetic reasons. But anytime I open the door to the office and I see it on the shelf or on my desk, I got to tell you, honestly, it just feels good. It just feels so good. So I'm still looking to name her. If you have any cool suggestions for that beautiful baby, look at that Mama Jana right there. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. If you have any suggestions for names, feel free to drop that down. And how I got into the guitar. That's one thing I wanted to hit, because it sort of gets into this Course in Miracles. That's one last point that I want to hit before I let this go. This is the first video. I have a bunch of videos planned now that I'm back into the office and have some time today. But whenever I've been doing the lessons in the back of the book, because there's 365, of course, it's inferred that it's once a day for an entire year. I'm really keeping to that. That's my spiritual practice this entire year. I started on January 1st. So I'm actually on day 105. I did this morning. And it's just, it directs you, it suggests to you that you do certain meditations on certain ideas, certain facets of your perspective, wherever you happen to find yourself in relation to the Creator. And it has been the most remarkable experience of my life, as far as sort of like truly divine spirited guidance during these listening sessions, is how I like to call them, because you sort of offer the intention and you just kind of wait in the silence, and then it's shocking and surprising what you get back that leads your life in truly remarkable ways. I'm really excited for this upcoming year. But the one very specific message that I got, true inspiration, man, because I was in that zone of doing the meditation where I ceased in any way, shape, or form to acknowledge myself as my egoic self, man. There was no body involved. There was complete silence, and I was just, my consciousness was out there. It was the truest, most best, coolest experience of meditation. And if you do a little bit every day, guided with this wonderful book with the ideas, it just takes you to the great places. But here's my point, because I'm getting into the long commentary, guys, and I apologize for that, but that just happens when I get excited. The message that I got, the inspiration that I received, was that I need to start learning something to access the different parts of my brain. Now, you can believe it or not, but the brain crosses right, left, the right's creative, the left's logical, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't really matter. But the last time that I got this sort of an idea about learning, about doing something with your left hand, it opens up that part of your right mind that is just in charge of, or takes precedence with, creation, all the creative abilities you have, a lot of intuition from the right side, because it's obviously the opposite of logic. It has to be non-logical, non-spatial, but that's a whole nother ball game right there. So the idea that came in was that to pick up a guitar. I've always had an interest in guitar, and once I started to practice it, and I got to tell you guys, it has been the most challenging thing for me, because to get that left hand to go where you want it to go on those chords, it's like, I can imagine what it would be like whenever you hear someone after an accident saying, I had to learn how to do this again. I had to learn how to walk again, because you're just staring at your finger, just saying, you just got to move up to the next string. You just got to get up to the next string. And then eventually you literally pull your finger up. And then the next time you can sort of talk it up. And then the next time it kind of goes up, but it's sloppy. And then eventually, because I'm seeing it right now, I'm only in maybe day 7 of actual practice after having my lesson, that finger comes up. And it's so silly, but it's the most rewarding thing to realize, not only that I'm learning how to play something new, which I think I'll enjoy for a lifetime, but I'm accessing and growing new parts of my brain, that mechanism that accesses my consciousness, or however you want to get into it. I'd love to do a video on that too. But it's just magnificent how just in the past 10 days. I've been just accessing different parts of wherever I'm going to be able to get such detailed information with these wonderful tarot cards that I use in my practice. It's just truly remarkable. The first time I had this advice to do something with the left hand is whenever I was considering what I was going to do next with my life, because I was kind of getting a little bit burned out with just the bodywork massage aspect, and I went to Chandler, and it was suggested to me to start drawing with the left hand. Start drawing, because I'm a right-handed, and I note myself a fairly decent artist. And so I was getting into this new idea of learning hypnotherapy and how the mind works in a clinical setting. And the idea to come in to start drawing with the left hand, it was the same idea as this guitar is what I have learned. It's completely cool, because once it just feels sloppy and awkward and terrible and childish, but after a while you begin to access, and then you begin to think more clearly, more well-rounded. So I think for advice for all of us, for any of us, is to just take your less dominant hand, whatever that is, and just start doing something with it so that you can learn like a child again, so that your brain can build new connections and access different aspects of your consciousness. I promise you, it's going to have the same effect for you as it did for me. It's going to change how you read the cards. It's going to change the depth at which you can reach, rather than just going conscious cognitive stuff. You just get into it and you don't even know where it's coming from. It's fully aligned with whenever I was doing that drawing stuff, getting into my hypnotherapy career, and now getting into my guitar again, building all these new neural net connections. It is just having an amazing effect on my consciousness. So I really want to share that with you guys. It's great to be back. Thank you for your notes about any suggestions that you have on my beautiful new crystal baby. I mean, honestly, guys, come on, look at the fire in there. She's a beaut. Come to the office and you can meet her in person. But anyway, that's enough for now. It sure is nice to be back, and there's so many videos I have to catch up on. I just haven't touched YouTube in months, and I'm just excited to be back. Take good care, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.